In the next 20 months, the country will have a center that can store and protect data for many years. This will prevent the loss of vital data through disasters like fire, outbreaks and floods. Valued at 35 million Ghana cedis, the data center will be equipped with modern facilities. The Vice President, Mr. John Mahama, unveiled the foundation stone for the National Data Center in Accra.
Many organizations in the country have lost very important data due to improper storage facilities. The construction of a national data center by the Ministry of Communications will solve all improper ways of storing information. 22 months from now, the center, which is being built by Messrs. Top International Engineering Company, will be ready for the storage and retrieval of organizational information electronically. The Minister for Communications, Haruna Idrisu, said Ghana cannot lag behind the world in terms of storage and information retrieval.
Today, largely, the world is driven by information and communication technology. It affects the way we work, it affects the way we live, and it affects the way we are entertained. We at the Ministry of Communication will continue to leverage ICT in the provision of other services, and we are determined to leverage on our existing infrastructure and those to which government is investing in order that Ghanaians can access and share information.
Vice President John Mahama said many activities like banking, booking for visas and transportation services are now being done electronically. He commended the Ministry of Communications for the Electronic Data Storage Center, which will be used for such purposes.
When we lost the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to fire, you cannot imagine the amount of information that was lost. As at today, original documents of treaties and other agreements that Ghana has entered into, we don't have original copies. And so as we go along, we're having to look for copies of those documents in order to build up the storage or the library or the archives again. Now, this National Data Center would allow us to have MDAs and all other organizations that handle data to be able to store these data electronically and have a secure backup in the National Data Center, so that if anything happened in the MDA to the data that they have, they can always get a backup, from the storage center.
The Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications, GIFEC, is pumping 16 million Ghana cedis into the construction of the National Data Center, which will also house some offices of the Ministry of Communications.
Good morning, fellow Ghanaians. Who is the real Mr. Digitalization? Dr. Bawumia or John Dramani Mahama? The record is straight. Watch these videos.
Begin my speech with a quotation I made during the State of the Nation address. And this was in 2015 in February in Parliament. And I said, quoting, "I wish to report that the Eastern Corridor fiber optic project has been completed. The overall optic fiber installation is over 800 kilometers. The fiber has also been extended to the University of Health and Allied Sciences. And this project will open up the Eastern Corridor to the information superhighway and offer not only teaching and learning opportunities, but also bring the digital economy closer to the people living in this area." And so today, the Eastern Corridor fiber optic is a reality, as I reported to Parliament. We have developments that are tangible and there are developments that are intangible. Developments that are tangible are those that we see brick and mortar, and we see iron rods and everything, and we can touch it and say, yes, development has come to our hometown or to our region. But there are developments that we cannot touch because that cable is buried 1.2 meters in the ground, and so we can't see it. And yet the effect and revolution that it would have on our lives is far more than any brick and mortar you can have. Because communications is driving the economy of the world today. And so if a government invests 38 million euro to open up an information and communication superhighway in an area, it is far more rewarding than any concrete, iron rods, or brick and mortar you can have. And so that is the value of the asset you are having today. This is a fiber optic network that, as you've been told, travels for 800 kilometers starting from here, Ho, all the way to Boko in the Upper East region, and then connected to Accra to the data center and through there to the rest of the country. When I came here this morning, we went into the switching room to take a look at the servers that are driving this optic fiber network. And we significantly had a teleconference with two of my ministers. The first video conference was with Ms. Hannah Tete. She was sitting in her office at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and we called her and had a video conference. We talked with her, chatted, very clear pictures, very audible sound, good quality communications. And then from there, we called the Upper West Regional Capital, WA, and we spoke to the Deputy Minister of the Upper West region. And there again, very good quality communications, good sound, good video, and it was a very inspiring thing. This fiber optic is going to allow us to do a lot of things. As I said, it's 800 kilometers long. It is going through 120 communities, all the way to our northern border. And it is going through 20 districts. Now, in every district, every public facility is going to be connected to the fiber optic. And so for every district, schools, hospitals, district assembly offices, police stations, you know, just name it, every public facility in the district is going to be connected to the fiber optic. And so it means that we can do e-government, we can do our internet, we can do e-learning, we can do e-health. I mean, any application that we want to do, we have the opportunity to do it now because the infrastructure exists to carry it. Fiber optic can carry video, it can carry voice, it can carry data. And it gives you a huge, what we call a broadband.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration has launched the online passport application service in line with Ghana's e-government strategy. The service is seen as a solution to the existing difficulties bedeviling passport acquisition in the country. It is also expected to ensure efficiency and reliability. reliability.
2020 in passport acquisition. 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 2020 in pas The online passport application project was introduced in 2014 through the National Information Technology Agency's pilot. The introduction of the Ghana biometric passport replaces all non-biometric passports by the end of 2017. The launch is a culmination of the process adopted by the government to reform the delivery of travel documents for Ghanaians across the country. According to the technical advisor of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Ambassador Leslie Cushion, who doubles as the chairman of the Online Passport Application Project Committee, applicants can make payment for the process through EcoBank, Zenith Bank, GCB Bank, mobile money transfer via Vodafone, MTN, and Airtel, as well as their payment cards. Foreign Minister Ms. Hannah Tete said the system will help the ministry deliver the highest levels of customer integrity and international standing of the Ghana passport while improving on the security and issuance system.
Depending on a range of factors, we are aiming for the following delivery deadline: a maximum of 15 working days for a standard application, and then a maximum of 5 working days for express applications. In due course, it is anticipated that the ministry would introduce a premium 24-hour passport delivery service to cater for the Ghanaian business community and frequent flyers.
Ms. Tete said the service will be expanded across the country by establishing passport application centers in 6 regions.
And I'm optimistic that, given the amount of progress that has been made in that regard already, very soon we should see that every region of the country has a passport application center.
The online application service is expected to help reduce the involvement of middlemen in the passport acquisition process, reduce typographical errors, and shorten the data capturing procedures, as well as speed up the workflow for the passport processing and improve passport service delivery.
Sometimes I blame the NDC communicators. Sometimes I blame the NDC communicators. All these things are there. When they go to the media houses, instead of them to talk about these things, they go ahead trying to attack Bawumia. Leave Bawumia alone and tell the people of Ghana what you have done. Okay? Tell them what you have done. Digital economy. Tell them. Give the video to the producers. Let them play it for the Ghanaian to see. That Bawumia didn't start digitalization. We started it. Bawumia didn't start digitalization. Where is the proof? So these are some of the proofs. I'm not the one to speak for any political party. Me, I get these videos and I want to share it with the public. That is all for me. This is Truth Telling Time. Great at work. Thank you.